Hi everyone, how are you doing? My name is Wambui Akinyi and welcome back to our YouTube channel. If you're new, karibu sana, and thank you so much guys for subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe. The subscription button is down below. So today, I know you can already tell from the title, I am here to talk about the reasons why I moved to Australia. I have 5 top reasons today, and this is why I recommend if you have ever wanted to move to Australia, you could, and you can come and join us, because let me tell you, this place is beautiful. So for those who are new, I am Kenyan. I was born and raised in Kenya, and I moved to Australia 5 years ago, and currently I live in Melbourne. So let's get right into the reasons why I moved to Australia, or the reason why you should move to Australia. So the very first reason, money. Let me tell you, Australian economy is very good, and their dollar, so the Australian dollar is quite high compared to the currency back home. So we use shilling in Kenya, and Australia, of course, it's the Australian dollar. So the reason why I considered moving to Australia is because the economy is very good. For example, the minimum wage of Australia is $20 an hour. $20, guys. So some jobs you can be paid less, but I think it does not go below $17. So it's a very good rate. You can work with most visas, if not all visas in Australia. They have conditions. For example, I'll give you an example. With a student visa, you can work part-time when you're studying, and when you're on your school breaks, you can work full-time. So there are conditions, but you can still work and make money. And making money means you can invest. For example, back home, I'll give you an example with Kenya. Investing in Kenya is easier because then $1 Australian is around 80 Kenyan shillings right now. So you can send back home, you can support your family, you can invest, and that is one reason. But it's a reason why most people consider to come here, and most people should consider to come here, because then you can make your life and you can invest and have a good future, you know, and a good present. So I'll go to the next point, which is their education. So I came here using a student visa, and let me tell you, their education is top notch. So they're well known around the world that Australia have very good schools. And I believe that when you study here, it makes an impact on your resume. So you must not live here, but if you went back home, you'd get a really good job. Let me tell you, if right now how I studied here, if I went back home and said, oh, you know, I went to school in Australia, I believe I'm in a better position of getting a job than before. So I think it's a good thing. If you don't want to live here, you can just come study and then go back to your country. So that is another reason why I considered coming here to Australia and studying. So it's good, and you get to learn a lot and all that. So that reason why I came to Australia is because in Australia you can become a citizen, you can settle in Australia. So if you use a visa to come direct here, for example, if you use a student visa, then you can just transition to another visa. So there are so many visas that you can transition to, and eventually you can become a permanent resident. And not many countries that you can settle in, but this is one of the countries you can. And if you're lucky like us Kenyans, you can have dual citizenship. So this means you have citizenship in Kenya, and you can also be a citizen in Australia. I mean, who doesn't want that, right? So you can be a citizen in both countries, and that is a very good thing. So that is another reason why I considered coming here, and I believe that you'd also want that, because who doesn't want two citizenships? But I know some countries you have to give up your, if you want to be an Australian citizen and your country does not allow dual citizenship, then you have to to choose one. You have to either choose your country or you choose Australia, but we are lucky in Kenya, you can have both. So that brings me to the fourth point, where the other reason anyone should consider coming to Australia is their health system. Australia have this thing called Medicare. So with Medicare, if you're a permanent resident, like I said, or you're a citizen, you get the Medicare. And Medicare basically means that you get treatment, or you get treatment free of charge, or sometimes at very low costs. And let me tell you, this is top-notch health that you're getting. You're going to very good hospitals. They have the best hospitals in Australia, and it is known around the world. And having to go there for free, or having to go to get treated at very low cost, is a very good thing. So that is another advantage, and something I like about Australia. So it is a good thing that they have Medicare in place. And even if you don't have Medicare, even if you are on other visas, their hospitals are top notch. My last point, I could stay here and like give you a long list about things that attracts people to Australia, or attracted me, or can attract you, but today I'm only here to speak about 5 of them. And the last one is how Australia is immigrants friendly. So Australia is a multicultural country. So there are so many people from different parts of the world. So Australia welcomes people from different parts of the world, and people here are so friendly. Like this is the very first place that I've gone to, and you go to maybe a store or the shops, and people are just smiling at you. They do not know you, but and they say hi. They are immigrant friendly, and that is why if you migrated to Australia, you'd feel at home, because then there are so many people who have migrated, and that is another thing I love about Australia. Like, you will not feel out of place. So I'd sit here and tell you the good things about Australia, and I tell you why you should really consider coming to Australia. But I know you guys have had the 5 reasons, and let me tell you, there are so many other reasons. So I recommend Australia. You should come and join us. We are out of lockdown, by the way. Melbourne, we've been on and off, but finally today the lockdown have been lifted, so I'm in very good spirits. And this brings me to the end of this video. I hope I see you in my next one. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.